Awesome date, May 2nd, 2008. Awesome topic, the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention. This is the OSMcast. Hi, folks, and welcome to the OSMcast, your podcast for everything awesome. Today we're rolling with our convention crew over at Awesome Central. I'm Basil, and to my right is...
DJ Nabito.
And to my left is...
Kevin.
And that's us. Just so you know, DJ Nabito is actually our producer, the guy who makes our music, and is just an all-around nice guy. Or a jerkwad, depending on how you do it. Kevin's actually our mecha guy. We haven't done any mecha shows yet. Not sure when we will. But when we do... he'll be here talking about giant robots.
They're giant, and they're robots.
I'll be sure to miss that one.
So, this actually is a sort of a special podcast, is that we're talking about an event we just came to, and which was MTAC, the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention. Perhaps you heard of it. Perhaps you were probably there when we forced our business cards onto you. But we figured, well, hey, we were there. We had a good time. Seemed like an easy podcast to do. So
we need to give people a reason to come back and actually see the podcast anyway, or rather listen to it. So there we go.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I stalked you and shoved a business card in your face, that was me. Or Basil.
Or Kevin.
Sometimes Kevin.
Probably not. I was the quiet one who wasn't doing much talking.
But anyway, so we left Huntsville, Alabama around 9. We got there around 10:30. We found a parking spot around 11 in the morning. It was pretty packed.
That stuff was full, man. It was just... you couldn't find anything.
And just to warn everyone, if you're coming to this for a review of MTAC, we are only there Saturday. So Friday and Sunday, we have no clue what's going on.
And missed all the panels we were interested in.
Well, yeah, we did that too.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we looked at the schedule and we're like, oh, there's a bunch of great panels we want to go to on Friday. And on Sunday. Saturday, not so much.
Which is kind of weird, because you'd expect them to put the quote-unquote good panels on Saturday when everyone's going to be there, but I guess that's a matter of opinion, so to speak. But
Maybe our interests are just a little too niche.
Yeah.
That was okay. Registration actually was pretty painless. When we got there, we were like, oh gosh, this looks like it's a huge line, and then it was all outside. And then once you got inside, they were like, money, badge, go.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Unfortunately for my fellow bandmate Kaneezy, he said took him about 2 hours to get his free event badge, because him and I were in a group that was holding a show. But I just went ahead and said screw it and bought a badge anyway, so I wouldn't have to deal with it.
But yeah, we got in there, and Anime Con, it's like an Anime Con.
Cat girls, thousands of them.
Chicks in maid outfits, guys in maid outfits.
Occasionally chicks in guy-made outfits.
Yes.
All manner, shape, form, and gender of Naruto cosplayers.
Oh, God.
And don't forget the Bleach cosplay.
And Bleach cosplayers.
Lots of that, yes.
Waves and waves of Bleach cosplay.
I guess we know what the big shows are right now with the kids.
But, and we sort of wandered around, and, it was a pretty good con. They're very much about moving people to point A to point B.
Yes.
Slightly annoying, but a good policy overall.
As much as crazy as the quote-unquote public safety comes off as, I can understand their job. I think they just take it a little too extreme and enjoy it a bit too much at what they do, in my opinion.
Move along. Don't sit there. No pictures. Move, go.
But I'd rather have that than a huge cluster.
Yes.
That would end up happening if they weren't doing that.
The alternative is worse. I've been at cons like that.
We all have, I think, or most of us, back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
And an excellent example is the dealer's room. The dealer's room wasn't bad, but boy, howdy, was it crowded.
Yeah.
Had to make a couple of trips at different times in the day to actually see everything.
Pretty much, yeah. It was very crowded. You couldn't really do a lot of the stuff you wanted to see, because there was too many people to actually move around as freely as you would when you'd want to shop, basically.
As far as the actual stores go, it was a pretty good spread. It reminded me a lot of 80 Boys, just on a much smaller scale. You know, I mean, you had your DVDs, you had your figures, you had your model kits, you had your soundtracks. Not much in the way of games.
No.
Yeah, I would have liked somebody selling some Japanese import games, but
I've noticed that in the realm of games at conventions, you kind of have a 50-50 shot of whether you're going to have a really good import salesman or not.
Yeah.
But when they show up, oh boy.
Oh, yeah. However, I did get my copy of the X1 DVD, and that was pretty awesome, so that's kind of hard to find.
I did find Wings of Oniames for only $30.
Yes.
It's normally like 90 or 60.
Yeah, Basil got the deal of the century that I'm going to kill him in his sleep for and steal it.
Or borrow it.
No. It must be mine.
The video game room was pretty nice, posh. There was only one problem with it.
Smash Brothers.
Smash
everywhere.
Brothers.
Now, don't be wrong. We just had a podcast about Smash Brothers.
We love
Smash
Smash Brothers.
Brothers is really, really, really cool. But would it have killed someone to have a single third strike station?
Yeah, it probably would have. Maybe only I would have played it, and maybe you, Basil. However, Smash is what's hot right now. And
Rock Band, Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers.
And Naruto.
Oh, Naruto. There was that one Unreal Tournament station.
Yes. There was also a big screen that was playing Stepmania, which was shortly replaced by Smash Brothers. And they had a DDR machine, which disappeared somehow over the course of the day. I don't know how that happened.
They probably didn't have a Smash Brothers arcade machine to replace it with.
Probably. But when you see one of each game, and then I was circling, and there was about 5 or 6 stations with Smash Brothers, which as a 4-player game, I could see maybe 2, maybe 3. I'd like to see more diverse outplay in the rest of that.
Yeah, where were the Melty Blood players?
Yes, Melty Blood would have been acceptable.
They did have sort of a weird station where they were mixing out like Guilty Gear and Street Fighter Alpha Anthology and Arcana Heart.
Yes.
But it's kind of nice if I could have played them whenever.
I also noticed a lot of people playing Rock Band didn't want to give up their spots. Like, they'd play a whole stream of songs before, being cool and letting another person have a go at it.
But they at least had 2 stations of that up, which I thought was actually... I was not expecting any Rock Band to be there at all, so I guess that was kind of cool.
Enough about the okay video game room, I guess.
Yes, and I think the next thing we did that there was ran around. I think at that point we ate overpriced food at the restaurant, the hotel.
Yes.
Overpriced hamburgers.
Not so good lunch menu. Or in my opinion, it wasn't very good, but some people might have thought it was banging.
I enjoyed it. The burger was good. It was a wonderful $6 burger, though we did pay like $10 or $11 for our burgers.
I think it was like a $12 burger, so yeah, it was...
Actually, I preferred our breakfast on the way up with Hardee's biscuits and smoked sausage.
Okay, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. And that was like $3.
Now, that said, the restaurant did make up for it later on that night for dinner.
Oh, yes.
But that's later on in the podcast.
That's later on in the podcast.
And after that, we were debating what we wanted to do. None of the panels, while they seemed interesting, nothing that we really wanted to talk about. I mean, fan subbing, downloading, the industry, and you.
Yeah.
The industry doesn't really like you downloading fan subs because they want you to give them all your monies.
Panel over.
So that didn't seem that interesting. But then we noticed there's a lot of pretty good cosplayers here at the convention.
I actually really enjoyed the Air Gear group cosplay that kept growing one by one every time I saw them, and yes. I had to take more and more pictures of them and look creepy.
That was awesome. Like, we saw that there were a bunch of really awesome Air Gear cosplayers. So we took pictures of them, and there actually was another guy who was also taking pictures, who has a DeviantArt account, which we'll throw up in the show notes. And then as we kept passing by them, they kept adding characters.
More and more Air Gear characters. All really good costumes.
They're all really, really good. Especially there was a Simca that was really good.
Yeah.
Who I found out also had a DeviantArt account, which we'll link to on the show notes.
Excellent.
So, that was really cool.
Yeah, after the Simca ended up coming back, and they had an Aikido after that. And
yeah.
I was too afraid to see again who else they would have brought.
For all knows, perhaps by the end of time, they had the entire manga and, costume formed. We don't know. It was at that point, it was getting... didn't want to risk it to see if it was true.
Exactly. The convention might have not fit them all when you really get down to it.
I saw some awesome Phoenix Wright cosplayers.
Oh, yes. Phoenix Wright was very well represented this year.
Yes, they had an excellent... especially the young Phoenix from the third game, Trials and Tribulations, with the gaudy pink sweater with the P in the heart and everything. There was a couple of really good ones. One even had, I forget her name.
Dahlia,
yes. The one that wants to kill him.
Oh,
yes.
That was spoilers. And,
oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, spoilers. Continuing the tradition from last show.
Eris dies.
Oh, my God, I didn't know.
But they were really good. There was some awesome Apollo cosplay costumers. With the air gear, there was an awesome Emma Skye, as well as a Trucy Wright.
Very true.
And they were very good. The Emma had snackaroos, and it had the perfect bored expression on her face. Mad props to that.
You'll get to see pictures of that later on if we bother posting them. I don't know when Basil's going to post them though.
Probably Friday when we post the podcast.
Sounds good.
So
hopefully you're seeing them now as you came to the website.
Exactly. There's also I don't really watch the show, but I can tell when someone's cosplaying something from Trinity Blood, which even though I'm not a fan of the show, I thought the costumes were great. Actually,
the costumes are pretty. I saw a Pope whose name I don't remember, but
yes, very purty stuff. If you're into that kind of thing,
of the cardinals and some of the nuns, they're all very pretty costumes, and they were well done.
I really like the Team Fortress cosplayers.
Many Team Fortresses.
They were just fun to talk to when I did get the chance to talk to them, but they were kind of being hounded when I did.
Well, there's several people who wanted their pictures taken, and I don't blame them. They were some good stuff.
They were great.
And apparently they also have a podcast or a college cast or something of themselves. If you're listening to this, send us an email. Let us know. Yeah. We want to try your guys' stuff out.
Well, listen.
We'll even link. Just talk to us. Or anybody at the convention who's listening to us, or even not at the convention, send us emails. We want to hear from you. I know I have tracking software that tracks to tell me that stuff's getting downloaded, but I don't know who's downloading it. I want to know what y'all think. So, email us, tell us, post our comment section.
Let us know what you want to hear.
We want to know you exist.
Let us know what's awesome, even though we already know.
Tell us you want to hear about Mecha so I can come back to the show.
Excellent.
And about that point, we took pictures all throughout the con.
Yes.
And then we went to see some fighting demonstrations. As one of the staff members was like, please come watch people kick each other's asses. It'll be fun. And we're like, huh?
Yeah, Shaolin Kung Fu guys.
Sounds like pretty good. Yeah, it was
pretty cool.
Shaolin Concepts, I think is what their name was.
Shaolin Concepts was the first one.
They had an entire group performing, and it was interesting. I could tell they wanted to show off their stuff, that anyone can learn this stuff, so you really should go sign up for classes.
Yeah.
And the way they did it was they had, a 7-year-old?
Yeah.
Up to the guy's wife. The guy's wife was awesome. She was totally
She was hardcore.
She was hardcore. Because the guy wanted to show off how awesome Shaolin was by not only showing off their various moves and ways to get away from things, but how awesome it is to break boards against each other and how it didn't bug them.
Yeah, apparently at that school they teach what's called the iron body, so to speak.
Then you can be hit with boards all day long, and it's fun.
And you don't care. On your sides, over your head.
Yeah, they barely flinched when they hit him. That was very, very impressive.
Even the 7-year-old was like, yes. I can take it. And he did.
The 7-year-old volunteer was like, what? I'm on it.
They also showed a really cool technique where they broke glass bottles.
Yeah.
By just hitting the top of it with their palm.
And blew a hole right out the bottom.
Exactly.
We don't know how they did it, but that was awesome.
I think the dude said something about focusing power or something or other. I don't know. I was more enamored with the bottle breaking and staring at Bud Light.
That Bud Light had it coming to it.
Yeah, it totally did.
And then he finished off the set by knocking people unconscious with pressure points. And that's always a good show.
Always a crowd pleaser.
Oh, yes.
And then the second one we went to was Capoeira, Nashville Capoeira. And the way they did it, to show that it was so easy that anyone can learn it, so please come sign up for classes, was they actually took volunteers for the audience. And they taught them Capoeira. Right there, in front of everybody else. Ida Beta was going to go up there, but...
What if?
He was at the last moment.
Yeah,
I wish I had.
They were like, who wants to learn Capoeira? And I raised my hand thinking it was just a hypothetical question or something. And they started pulling people, and I stopped, and I was like, oh, never mind. Nope.
And no matter how much I asked him to, he wouldn't do it.
Now I wish I had, but I can't do cartwheels, so I need to learn that first.
Neither could I. I can actually do the basic Jenga or whatever it is. Jenga, whatever you call it that they taught at the beginning. But beyond that, I'm not so good.
That was awesome.
Yes.
They were definitely very good at it. They had this, petite lady and this big old buff guy. Mm-hmm. And they both, you could definitely see different ways in how they did it. They both were really, really good at doing it.
It was really awesome when they both sparred with each other at like about half speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
But even then, they were pulling off some stunts against each other. I'm like, oh snap!
Yeah,
that they can fight.
That's why it was cool at half speed because you actually could see them do it.
It was kind of interesting to see the people who actually kind of knew a basic of capoeira because they actually quote unquote fought with each of the people they pulled to volunteer, and there were some people that were just pulling off some crazy stuff and even took the instructors by surprise, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. Like there was, and the instructors were really enjoying it. Even though they knew that these guys really didn't know what they were doing, they were grinning from ear to ear.
They were like they were having fun, and that's apparently what they said it was all about.
I just find it interesting that there's a martial art that's not so much about fighting as much as it's actually more of an art.
But it was definitely very cool, very awesome.
Very awesome.
And it was one of the highlights of that day.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say about 100 awesomes for capoeira.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely at least 100.
I've been doing the little Jenga steps like every day after here. I just can't help myself.
I'll teach you after the show, Kevin.
Would you ever learn it? Really? Also, I hear it helps getting through crowds at cons.
It does.
Because despite as much they were trying to keep the line moving and everything flowing, you would get your jumbles here and there, your little knots of people. But like I said, overall, the flow was very, very good. And I think at this point we met up with Kenese, Inubitu's other half for CHC, their nerdcore rap group.
Yeah, represent.
And we wandered around, did stuff, ate dinner. Now, their dinner menu, while small, was good.
Oh, man, that was probably the most banging filet mignon I've ever had. I had to pull out the baller status on that one, though.
Yeah, it was definitely not cheap.
No.
And all the options, there was nothing like simple. Like,
no.
Even when Kevin wanted to order his green salad, they wanted to do you want this?
Green salad. Ranch dressing. That's cool.
Kevin kind of pansied out on that one, but that's all right, Kevin.
Like I put out, when you want to eat food you want to eat.
Yes.
Indeed.
Exactly.
I had some awesome pork chops. Some cool spinach, although Inubitu had better spinach. I discovered afterwards.
I had the cream spinach. Oh, God, it was delicious.
That's what I should have had. I got the sauteed spinach, which was pretty good, but it was more sauteed than it was spinach.
I had something interesting as another side dish was mashed sweet potatoes. I've had baked sweet potatoes, but never had sweet potatoes in the mashed form, which is actually great.
Huh.
Smashed sweet potatoes too, but I didn't have them there, but now I kind of wish I did. So, if you ever go to that, whatever hotel that is,
Sheraton Music City.
Sheraton Music City.
In Nashville, right by the airport.
Skip the lunch, do the dinner.
Yes. Also, if you get the chance, do the bar. They have the most badass Long Island iced teas and Jack and Cokes I've ever had.
Man, I wish I had one.
You totally should have.
I totally should have.
It was banging. If that bartender just happens to be listening, thank you for pouring a little bit of extra in those drinks.
And of course, always drink responsibly. And don't be idiots.
Oh,
yeah,
you guys are serious.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah. That's about more the drama from later on that I think I got
Oh,
the scoop on.
yes.
I got the scoop on that, I think. But we'll talk about that later.
Or, well, we're getting to that. Because it was getting later on night, chilling, cool, meeting lots of people. And everyone we met was awesome. Just to let you all know, if you're listening to us and we saw you at the convention, you're great. You're cool. We love talking with y'all. I did not meet a single annoying person, a single stupid person when I was talking to them at the con.
I would also like to mention that this is about the time we met Random, or Mega Ran. He was the other guy that was going to be performing with us that night at the concert. And he's just a stand-up guy. He's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met, especially in the nerdcore rap scene.
Yeah, he was very, very cool. I mean,
very cool.
I met the guy right then and there, and he was just a really nice fellow, very jolly, very cool, go with the flow guy. I would like to talk to him some more. He should do more cons where I can talk to him.
He's very much so planning on coming back next year, I think. So I believe we are too. We'll have to see how that pans out.
I hope so.
But before that happened, actually, me and Kevin, our first other actual panel we went to, there was a thing called Fandom.
Fandom.
Fandumd. And we were thinking, maybe some like Anime Hell or Panel of Doom, where we show stupid things about fandom. That'd be pretty cool.
Great, that'd be awesome.
We go in the panel, it's more just a bunch of fans being dumb. And don't take offense, but apparently it was complaints about dumb things that happened to anime, or that was happened to anime, which, seemed pretty cool, but a lot of them seem to live in the past, where they're complaining about how, in Dragon Ball Z, they had a scene where they said, "Don't worry, I saw their parachutes, it's okay."
That was funny then.
Sailor Moons are lesbians, guys. Just so you know, they changed that.
Yeah.
That was topical, 10 years ago?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
That was really funny, though. I mean, me and Kevin were sort of put in our places. We were complaining earlier about how we wish that a different Gundam series, not Wing, had premiered in America, because it sort of skewed everyone's perception of what Gundam was in America, and it sort of screwed us over on other Gundam series coming to America, because it's not Wing. They're all better than Wing, but they're not Wing.
Yes.
The ones who liked Wing hated the other ones. The ones who hated Wing never gave the other ones a chance.
Yes.
And then a guy at the panel complained about how guys will complain about Wing being the first one. Thankfully, this is that panel. This is our podcast. And we're here to tell you, screw you, Wing. Screw you.
Wing is dumb.
Wing sucks.
However, I highly recommend Double O.
Yes.
Gundam 00, their sort of reimagining of Wing is awesome and win.
Indeed.
See, Double O is the awesome part, and Wing would be the suck, and that's how that works out.
If you haven't seen 00, take everything you liked at Wing, take it all the way to the crap, and all you have left is the nice gooey nougat in the middle of awesome and giant robots.
Yes, giant robots help in a
Giant
Gundam
robots
series.
help a lot in a Gundam series.
But at that point, we met with Mega Ran and everything, because, like I said, Inabito, Kaneezy, Mega Ran, they were going to perform some wonderful nerdcore hip-hop beats for us.
Yeah!
With wonderful lyrics to right before the rave. Before then, there was a couple other bands.
Running late.
It was the Slants.
The Slants and I Shine.
I
Shine. Headed by Johnny Young Bosch, the second greatest Power Ranger ever. Oh yeah, and every dub anime hero ever.
As well as, I think, Lush.
I think so.
Code Geass.
If you're really Suzaku and you're listening, we're sorry.
Yeah, I Shine put on a pretty decent performance. I think we skipped out on the Slants, but I did catch their sound check for a little while, and they were all right, I guess.
Unfortunately, the sound checks took a little bit longer, I guess, than they had originally intended to, because every time they did a sound check, everything got delayed a little bit more each time. And as it got to the point when I Shine actually finished their set, it was technically time for the rave, but we still had our wonderful nerdcore acts to go on.
Indeed.
There was a bit of drama because everyone was like, "Are we doing the rave? Or are we doing the nerdcore? Or what's going on?" Because even before I Shine stopped playing, the lead singer was okay. We have to go because they have to prepare for the rave, and all of us kind of looked at each other like, "What? Did they just zone us out here for a second?"
And what it was just merely a thing where Mr. Young Bosch was like, "Oh, the schedule says the rave is next, so obviously the rave is next."
I'm sure it wasn't anything personal against our nerdcore friends.
Fools, a lot of them, if you ask me.
But it ended out okay, because what they did was they sadly, Kaneezy and Mega Ran had to trim their sets a little bit, but they did perform, and they just let everyone in for the rave early.
Yeah, that was a pretty good idea. I mean, it was pretty amazing because we didn't really require much of a soundtrack because we were all just rapping over beats behind music. So there's none of that instruments and crap you had to worry about.
Right.
And they actually planned ahead where they actually transferred the MP3 files over onto the computers ahead of time during I Shine's performance, so everything was already queued up and ready to go.
Yeah.
It was very forward-thinking.
It was pretty interesting because we didn't have a lot of time for banter in between the songs. It was very much go, 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 go. Once one song ended, the instrumental for the next would start playing. I'm sure that tested Kaneezy just a little bit.
Oh yeah, but that's a man was trooper. He started off with 2 people, ended with 200.
Yeah, I was very surprised at that one.
Like it was definitely like the rave crowd was very, very receptive, and I was really, really happy to see it.
I was actually thinking like a whole bunch of people would be like, "What the hell is this? This isn't the rave." But
he put on a good show. I liked it.
I loved it. I loved watching him up
Yeah,
there.
you're gonna have to get me like email address, website addresses for his music and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And Mega Ran threw it down.
Mega Ran was awesome.
He owned the crowd. He took charge of it and made them do his bidding. And it was amazing to see him work.
Not only was he rapping over a remix of Mega Man songs, but there was also a little break in the show where he pretty much said, "Okay, everyone, bring up something to the stage and I'll rap about it. Freestyle, rap about it right off the top of my head." And that was amazing.
Yeah, everything led to one another. It seemed like it could have been a song by itself.
Yeah.
He was really, really good.
I think one of my favorites out of that event was when someone held a jacket up with the Zelda symbol on the back and he started rapping about the Triforce.
Yes.
That was insane.
Triforce needs more rapping about it.
It does. Well, I'm sure some other nerdcore guys are rapping about that.
Probably. He's got Mega Man, someone else has got Zelda, I'm sure.
We might need to make a nerdcore show later, some other OSMcast.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Oh, okay, excellent.
I'm sure we will. Yeah. Maybe somehow Tower Nerdapalooza? We'll see.
Yes, I'm intrigued because Kevin discovered he likes rap when it's topical to things he actually cares about.
Video games, anime, computers, nerdcore.
Nerdcore. And then there was the rave, and at least the start of the rave.
And when I found out, oh damn it, it's Greg Ayers again.
Oh yes, the anime voice actor / DJ who does all the cons.
Yes.
Because they get a voice actor and a DJ.
Yes. It's like a guest and entertainment all in one.
That's a rant for later.
So, and then something happened?
Yes, apparently. Now, I don't hold any truth to this, but I think I've got the lowdown on the drama that happened while the rave started. Apparently, some dumb young girl ended up with alcohol poisoning and passed out in the middle of the hotel lobby from underage drinking.
That never happens at cons.
Never!
Impossible.
Ever.
Impossible, that's right.
Man.
And so, you got to see him, head of security, Bill, or head of public safety, had to get on the mic for a little bit during the rave.
So I noticed I went to go take care of some business right after the shows during the rave began, and as I was coming back to the rave, everyone was clearing out. There were just teenagers just in tears running away. A lot of people going, "This is bullshit. This is bull. How do do this? How's it? 18 up rave? What's that?"
That turn was awesome.
and so yeah, it became an 18 over rave.
It was. I think it was advertised as that, wasn't it?
I don't think it was. It was actually originally advertised as an all ages rave, but apparently, because of the event, a Tennessee police officer decided to instate Tennessee curfew laws that no one could be out past, I think it was midnight or something, under 18.
And this was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning by this point. Yeah, so that probably ended with a lot of happy people, a lot of unhappy people. But at this point was when we had to go home because
sadly,
we were only there for Saturday, and so we made our trek back to Huntsville.
If I was spending the night, I totally would have stayed up for an 18 and over rave.
Yes,
indeed,
that would have been awesome. But another time.
And definitely, just going there Saturday really made me wish I had gone there all 3 days.
Yeah.
I think I keep promising myself I'm going to show up all 3 days at an MTAC, and I think next year's going to be it. I had a really good time this year.
Yeah, it was fun. I just, let me know so I can make sure I'm off work. But I'd be happy to go back.
That'd be important.
Yeah, being off work. See, MTAC was sort of a spur of the moment thing where I was like, hey, do I have off? Yes. James, we're going to MTAC. Kevin, we're going to MTAC.
All right.
Okay. And we did. And like I said, it was a lot of fun. Definitely will do so again. It's definitely an enjoyable con. I don't know how well that came across, but we definitely had lots of fun, especially meeting all those new people that are hopefully listening to us right now, saying, hey, you guys are awesome. And once again, email us. It is OSMcast, OSMcast@gmail.com, or post comment sections of this podcast. I look at them, I read them, I moderate them every day, hoping that someone will go, hey, either you are awesome, or hey, y'all suck. Either one, I'll take them. I don't care.
Please tell us why we suck, so we can take your criticism seriously.
Whatever, we don't suck. I think we're
we're
quite
awesome.
awesome.
But
No one will ever say that.
But
or tell us why we're awesome so we can do
There
more
you
of
go.
it.
I'll accept that one.
and on that note, we've hit the 30-minute mark. So I think MTAC, awesome.
I'll give it 2 awesomes for MTAC.
It's like a
Or possibly Awesome Infinity.
Ooh.
Since it was MTAC Infinity.
I'd give it awesome Infinity Aleph 2.
That's kind of a neat thing. They always kind of have to
for
play
the
on
math
the number.
nerds out there.
Yeah. Is this MTAC 8 or 6 or
MTAC 8. I
Really?
forget what 7 was. 6 was like 6 period, and 3 was pi. And
Yeah. Because I noticed I was like, wow. I remember back when MTAC was like still like 2.5.
yeah, I went to MTAC 2.5, so that should give you some semblance on how long we've been going to conventions here, and we didn't even start there.
Man, yeah. Wow. But anyways, we will see y'all guys later. This has been the OSMcast. Naruto sucks.
Balls.
Pew.